Balance for Better, which is the theme for this year's International Women's Day, kind of actually pinpoints and how and kind of helps to shape the conversation going forward. So, what is you guys' suggestions and solutions for gender parity in Africa overall, and how that plays into the sports space as well? Because this is it encompasses every aspect of life. Ms. Fofanah, this will be our final conclusion to the show. So, yeah, you have the floor.
I think your last question needs a whole new program because it's loaded and it's very difficult. In theory, we think we're doing, we're progressing in theory, but in practice, that's not the case. So when you talk about technology, I mean, yes, you know how difficult it is to, hold a WhatsApp conversation in Sierra Leone. We are not there, okay, in terms of technology. So, and even in Sierra Leone, we're probably talking about maybe Freetown. How many people really have access to the internet in our country? To feel like we are moving. This movement is taking up. So I think we might be deceiving ourselves, believing that we are moving. Certain people are moving, and that brings me to saying the young men. I feel like the young men are making quite a lot of progress, and of course, some women are also making quite a lot of progress. But we still have, there's still no parity in terms of educational outcomes for women and men in Africa. Okay, so education is important until we sort that out, where we have equal number of women going to university and having access to different pathways, having the same opportunities. Even women who have gone to university, most of the time, I know lots of lawyers in my country, female, who have, gone through the bar. They chose to become housewives. Their husbands are saying, you can be, they're happy doing that. Nobody's forcing them. But I'm just saying, we are far away from the notion that things are changing. We are coaxing ourselves but we are moving at a very, very, very slow pace.
Okay.
If we still have in Africa, if we are still in the African Union, as you and I speak, we cannot fathom having even one single, head of state who is a woman. I don't know how we're going to, transform as a continent, okay, in terms of parity, when it comes to putting women in charge of leading us as nations. Society still frowns on, having female presidents. So so we will continue to have the policies that will continue to influence discrimination against women and girls right across the level, because the men who sit at the decision tables do not really look at gender equality issues as a priority. They look at it as an afterthought. So until we're able to really hammer society at that level where decisions are made, whether it is sports, whether it is business, whether it is education, the decisions of citizens are made in the cabinet, and mostly it lies with one single individual, and most of the time that person is a man. So for me, serving as gender advisor to my president opened my eyes to how I can scream and I can kick, and one person, you cannot build, one tree doesn't build a forest. So what I saw, and this is what I'm basing my conclusion on, is that we need to have more women, despite the difficulties, going out there forming their own political parties, taking position in political parties, because politics is where the change needs to be. The political party system in our societies are very much in control of our governance systems. So if we don't go there, and we all, we're just doing things in a silo way, and women don't want to go into politics because they'll call us prostitutes, let them call us names. But we have to kick and break the glass thing at the political level. Without that, it is going to be very difficult to have the kind of impact. We have to have women across the continent in political decision making. We need to have more female presidents in Africa who sits at the African Union to take that regional decision that affects you and I in our different capacities. If we don't have that, I think it is going to be, we'll be having this discussion. Parity will be something that, Rwanda will do, but then Sierra Leone will reverse or retrogress, or Ghana will come to we have to have more women in leadership, in political leadership, to change the dynamics of our continent. That would be my final word.
Thank you. Thank you very much for that. Very passionate at that. Yes, Miss Mensah, what would be your solutions to achieving gender parity in Africa? I haven't listened to the passionate conclusion of Miss Fofanah, and of course what we've talked about. What would be your conclusion to this, and what would be your solutions to achieving gender parity in Africa?
Okay. We need support from home, from our husbands, our friends, our workplaces and family, as we said earlier. And our humility must work as women. And also our attitude. Our attitude, because if you claim you can do this and you've been given the position to, then you must do it and do it well. Because when you come to my office, even though I'm the boss, I work more than the people that I pay. Mm-hmm. And also, we should be very disciplined in all ways. Let me say this before I continue. Being humility doesn't mean that going to the extent where everybody will be passing on you. No. You know your limit. You are doing what you are supposed to do. And feeling your mind that you are going to hold or do this, you know your left from right, that you can't be able to do it. And we should also, since we are coming up, sometimes I know makeup is good, I know fashion is good, but if you are not there, if your pocket is not that huge for those things, the future is better than now. Start saving money, or start putting money into your dreams, because no one will do it for you. You will do it yourself. And if you fail, keep doing it so you become successful. You don't wait for somebody to help you achieve your dreams. Fine, you'll be getting the positive sayings from people that, you can do it. Keep on doing it. But as to whether they will be helping or not, you have no idea. So the pressure is only on you. You know your dream and you know where you want to be. Also, the support from women, as we talked about earlier, is very necessary, is important. So if you want the balance for better, then all that I've mentioned must work. You should be fit for the positions as well, as I said earlier. And you can make it, and that will also depend on you. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that, Ms. Mensah. Man, yeah, you guys got me. Just I'm sitting here. Just it's not even. I don't even know what to even say. But it's well taken in, and I hope all of you all out there listening are getting the same goosebumps as I am in this whole conversation, in this whole discussion that we're having about the future of our continent, the future of our lives as a people. Cynthia, you are more or less our specialist, especially in the sports space. The other ladies, of course, they're all inclusive in this as well, but you are more deeply into the sports space, and then both of them are Miss Fofanah and Miss Mensah. What is your prescription for solutions for gender parity, achieving balance in society that will make our countries, our societies, our continent better as we go forward into the future?
First, I'm going to agree with my sisters. I think, politically, we have to push ourselves to get into those political positions as women. We must influence those who are immediately around us to believe in supporting women. I'm also going to say that, believe in yourself, but more so be very, as women, we must be very conscious about bringing more women to the level playing field. So if I am privileged, I have created this opportunity for myself, I must pull 2-3 other girls. There's one former boss of mine, if I could call him that. He's a mentor to me, and he taught me something. And he said, Cynthia, there's one thing I'm going to tell you, that I would love for you to grow, because if you grow, you push me up. But I would love for you to grow only on one condition, that when you grow, you pull other people up so that they can push you, and then there's space created for other people. And for me, the discussion around women in sport, women in business, women in politics, women in general life, for me, it's you have an opportunity, being put in a position of influence. Pull up 5 more women, 10 more women, as many women as you can. There's something my sister said that is very, very powerful. Many women get to a space and they shut everybody out, because they're all protective about, this space that I've made for myself. But being accessible, being an ear to these younger women, or even older women who are trying to say, how can I find myself, a space in this jungle? We must be the face that supports the different, the face that supports, the acceptability that women need to be given equal opportunity, equitable opportunity. We are just as capable, and more so, we shouldn't be afraid, because I know, even after people will listen to this, they'll be like, hey, those are tough women. We are. Am I lying, ladies? Yeah. It's going to come, but we're ready. We have the armor to be able to take it on and say, we are here to support other women who want to get to that next level. We'll hold their hand, and we'll be able to move that next level with them.
Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. Miss Fofanah, Miss Mensah, Miss Mumbo, you guys have been fabulous, tremendous in so many. I don't even know how many adjectives I can use here, but the point is that you speak truth to the matter. You speak truth to the issue at hand, and this is about our time now and the future. Of course, this is about influencing the next generation going forward. Like I said again in the last segment before we came to our conclusion, Africa has saddled with the youngest population in history, the youngest population in any part of the world. Africa's youth population right now is twice the amount of, it's as big as, even bigger than that of the United States of America and Russia put together. So which means we have a capacity to become the ultimate in the future. There are more young Africans between the ages of 15 and 35 than any other part in the world. And so as this population grows and becomes mature, they become the future leaders. They become the ones that are supposed to take the continent to the next level. How do we empower them going forward? How do we empower them going forward? That's the point. We talk about gender parity here. We talk about achieving balance. And when we say gender parity, basically what we're talking about, we're trying to make sure that everybody, regardless of what your sexual, the gender is, should matter. It should be about what you're capable of doing. It shouldn't matter whether you're a woman or man or transgender. It shouldn't matter. It's what you're capable of doing in society. That's what matters. That's what we're trying to achieve here. That's what we're talking about today. And you guys have done justice to that conversation. We've talked about tendencies. We've talked about the issues that people have to deal with. And then, of course, the solutions going forward. And I want